To all of our local, regional and international viewers, thank you kindly for choosing us here at Real TV, where we bring reality to you. Thank you so much for choosing us, A very warm welcome to another edition of the program Conversations with Zelisa, where we continue to inform, educate, empower and answer those unanswered questions. I am Zelisa Rupani, humbly inviting you to sit back, relax, enjoy, get your pen, get your notebook, Real TV, so you could take notes and important numbers that will be helpful for you and your loved ones. Directing this morning in Master Control, we've got to say Robert Batiste. On behalf of the team, we'd like to wish each and every one of you a beautiful, blessed, productive and great day today. Happy Tuesday, my friends. It's Tuesday the 3rd of March 2026. And if you're celebrating a birthday, happy birthday. It's your anniversary. Happy anniversary to you and yours. Don't take your loved ones for granted. Tomorrow is not promised, all right? Today is a special day in the world because it's known as World Wildlife Day. And it's a day that you're going to be really excited with a wonderful, dynamic conversation we're going to have today. And can we please go to our quote for today, please, Mr. Robert? Coming to us with the kind compliments of Fab India Expo. Those who protect and save other animals lead the way in protecting and saving humanity and Earth. Thank you so much for that. That came to us with the kind compliments of Fab India Expo. Let's go to their ad, please. And when we return, we've got a very special birthday greeting to send out to someone extremely special. Let's go to Fab India Expo.
Fab India Expo would like to wish all our valued customers a blessed Ramadan 2026. We are pleased to announce that the Fab India Expo will be reopening on Friday, February 27th, located opposite Medford Gas Station, Chaguanas, with a complete change of stock. Explore brand new styles and the latest products coming directly out of India. We will also have special booths catering for each shopping, plus a full-size Indian food court with something for everyone. Visit us at the Fab India Expo, located opposite Medford Gas Station, Chaguanas. Opening on Friday, February 27th. Fab India Expo, your one-stop destination for Ramadan and Eid shopping. We can't wait to see you.
Well, today is, the 3rd of March, and a young man, I would say, is celebrating his birthday today on this 3rd of March, and that's no other than Mr. Ishmael Francis. Now, Ishmael Francis is celebrating his birthday today. Can we get the graphics up, please? Because we'd like to wish him a very happy birthday. First of all, greetings coming from your beautiful wife Onika, your children Sage and Zelisa, and all of us here, the management and staff of Real TV. I don't know if you know, as I told Ishmael, I said Ish means love, all right? And he is a bundle of love, one of those people that's simply infectious, a wonderful, warm personality, a humble soul. And we would like to wish you a happy birthday. May God continue to bless you richly. May all of your dreams and all of your desires be fulfilled. He has this infectious personality. I know him, he's my mechanic, he's my savior, right? And so I just personally would like to say thank you for being the dynamic person that you are, always very helpful, willing at any point of time, any time when I say to be of assistance. And I just would like to wish you a happy birthday coming from all of us here at Real TV. I believe we have something special planned for you. Can we get that up, please, Robert? His birthday. So as we say happy birthday to Ishmael Francis, coming from your dad and all of your siblings, family and friends. Not forgetting your beautiful wife, who is a strength here at Real TV. Your beautiful children, friends and family, neighbors, and all the wonderful people in your life. God's choicest blessings, huh? And remember, when you're having your ice cream and cake, have a little extra for me, right? Thank you so much for that, Robert. Appreciate it. Let's go to a very quick break. Because it's World Wildlife Day and we've got a surprise for you. Stick and stay.
Macon Construction Company Limited. Save big whilst building stronger. We build with our Macon innovative building systems, which provides high wind speed, earthquake, sea blast and fire resistance, is thermally and acoustically insulated, provides improved construction timelines and cost savings. We provide construction services from design to finish and everything in between. Macon Construction Company Limited. Building green today with tomorrow's technology. Contact or visit us today.
Are you looking for the right space for your business? Fred's Plaza has the space you need. We offer professional rental spaces designed for growing businesses. Conveniently located in San Juan on the Eastern Main Road, opposite the PTSC terminal and between Royal Castle and Mario's. Easy access, high visibility. For inquiries, call or WhatsApp 868-384-7142 today, or visit Level 3 Fred's Plaza for details.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa right here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you. Today I am in conversation with Mrs. Nalini Rampasad Ali, and she is BMC MSc Director of the RCCTT and Biodiversity Officer of the Serpentarium and the Reptile Conservation Center. We're also blessed to have with us Mr. Sadiq Ali, and he is a director of the Reptile Conservation Center. Let's say good morning and a warm welcome. Great to have you both today.
Good morning, Zelisa. It's a pleasure to be here today on this very particular day, World Wildlife Conservation
Day.
Day.
So well, and we were very, when Onika, my assistant, sent me the flyer yesterday, I said, great job, because I was really happy that you guys were coming in. And it's important that we recognize and understand the importance of wildlife.
Yes.
And they have a place as well.
Yes.
And they need to be treated with love and care the
Yes.
same way that we do our pets in our homes.
Yes.
As we were having a conversation off air, I said to you, my perspective on pets and animals is that if you cannot love them, you cannot care for them, you cannot take care of them, then you shouldn't have them.
Yeah.
It's simple. They require time, and they require care and love as well.
Yes.
And a lot of people will have a pet because, and mistreat them, don't feed them on time, don't bath them, things like that. That are extremely, don't take them to the vet. You have to care for them like your own. They come into your space, your circle.
Right. That's very true. Domestic animals, yes, you can give them love, care, and affection. But the wildlife tends to be a little bit different. Because they are non-domestic and they're from the wild, they need specialized treatment and specialized care. And
people such as your good selves trained
right,
and certified.
Trained. You'd need to know diet and enrichment and so on. If the animal is a really wild animal, you can't really go and say, okay, I'm going to hug and love this animal, right? No, they don't. They always, they feed. Some of them are predators. They hunt. So how are you going to do that? So you need specialized care and attention in whichever animal that you're dealing with.
And that's where you will come in.
That's where we come in.
Let's talk a little bit about, you've been in existence for over 30 plus years.
Yes.
And let's talk about the existence, where it all started and why it started.
Okay, so this is where I pay tribute to Syed Ali, my husband, and Sadiq's dad. I would describe him as a visionary, because think about Trinidad 30 plus years ago, right? Who is going to put emphasis on wildlife conservation? Having snakes, he started with having snakes around. That was the motto at the time, was any good snake is a dead snake. And that was Trinidad motto, right? But Mr. Ali, he had a vision for conservation, and he had a vision for where wildlife could reach in this country. He started off with the serpentarium as a sole trader, his identity, and then he said, let's start an NGO where we can get members involved, where we can get the public involved, where we can have stakeholder engagement, and so on. And in 2001, he started the Reptile Conservation Center, where I became a member of, and and a director subsequently, and we started spreading the message of conservation in Trinidad.
And you found love.
And on the way.
Very nice. Divine intervention.
Divine intervention. Yes. Well, yeah.
And so let's talk about Sadiq. You know, this is part of you. It's in your blood that you just have this passion.
This is my life.
Yeah.
So growing up as a kid, I would look at animals as friends.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is to fear a snake. So when people come and tell me, I'm afraid, I fear this, I tell them, explain to me what it is exactly you're saying or how you feel.
Right.
Because to me, I look at them as friends.
Yeah. They were all around you growing up.
Yes. My
You
dad
were
would have introduced me and my brother to these animals at a very young age.
Yeah.
But in a very professional manner also, so that we don't injure ourselves if we see one on the outside.
And that's important that you've
Yes.
said that, you know, precaution
Yes.
and alerting and perhaps educating, as we would say,
Yes.
ensuring that you understand this is different from a pet. You identify wildlife, and I think you did that in a great way
Yeah.
earlier on, explaining that a pet is completely different from the wildlife.
Yeah.
And you know, children are very inquisitive and they're curious. And so they may go in the backyard and play and see something and try to pet it, or, and that's important that we educate our children about how
Right.
dangerous it could be.
So that's where I come in. So I grew up in the Arima Valley
Yeah.
and the foothills of the Northern Range, and my backyard were these creepy crawlies coming into our yard, and I was always fascinated by them. I didn't know anything at all. I mean, Siddiq would have been introduced professionally, but I wouldn't know a mackerel from a mapapi.
Yeah.
But, you know, I just know that I had this deep love for animals.
Right.
Right? And then I came across the Reptile Conservation Center, and that's where I started my professional journey into academics and also learning as a naturalist as well.
Right. So,
Yeah.
so you also have, I would say, as a child, you had this passion and love.
Yeah, that's what brought
Yeah.
me to the Reptile Conservation
Very
Center.
nice, that
Yeah, I
attracted
wanted to see snakes.
You wanted to see.
I wanted to
snakes.
see snakes, yeah.
Sadiq, if you could go down memory lane and perhaps share with us a very first experience with a snake. I mean, even though you were introduced, it was all around you, perhaps one of the experiences where you really realized that, I don't know if you were scared, if you know, what was the first
So
experience?
being scared, I can't remember any instances
Yeah.
of being scared of a snake.
Yeah,
But I can remember one vividly, and I was very young.
yeah,
And that's when we were having a large display in one of the malls. And my dad took me and placed me right next to a huge albino Burmese python.
yeah.
That is one memory I will always remember. But being afraid, no, I can't remember being afraid of any type of getting scared in any kind of situation
Yeah.
with a snake.
And you see, it's because you were educated and you were exposed. It was not the unknown for you, but rather the known.
Yeah.
And that is the difference and what sets that apart. And that is why, especially on this day, we should have a conversation with our children to understand the wildlife.
Yeah.
You know, and to educate them a little bit together. This is a program, Conversations with Zelisa. Let's go to these important messages. When we return, we've got a surprise for you. Stay with us.
Fab India Expo would like to wish all our valued customers a blessed Ramadan 2026. We are pleased to announce that the Fab India Expo will be reopening on Friday, February 27th, located opposite Medford Gas Station, Chaguanas, with a complete change of stock. Explore brand new styles and the latest products coming directly out of India. We will also have special booths catering for each shopping, plus a full-size Indian food court with something for everyone. Visit us at the Fab India Expo, located opposite Medford Gas Station, Chaguanas. Opening on Friday, February 27. Fab India Expo, your one-stop destination for Ramadan and Eid shopping. We can't wait to see you.
Real TV, where we keep it real all day, every day. If you're loving the entertainment, the news, and all the content we bring, then don't just watch, be part of the movement. Follow us on every platform you use: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, you name it. Share this with your family and friends, your group chat. Let them know Real TV is the new wave. Real TV, news, entertainment, information, bringing reality to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, young people, senior citizens, it is my pleasure and privilege to invite you to look at the program Inspire on Real TV at 2 p.m. every Wednesday afternoon. Inspire is designed to lift your spirits, to help you overcome depression and failure so you could be an outstanding, extraordinary success. We have special experts every Wednesday who will inspire you to do better, to be your best self. So may God bless you. And remember, every Wednesday at 2 p.m., please look out for the program Inspire.
So welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa right here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you, to all of our local, regional, international viewers, all those of you in Canada or the Caribbean, Showtime Television in Canada, all those of you on Tego, the app, remember to download it on your phone, your devices. Take Real TV with you, real time, anytime, so you'll be part of our dynamic programming. As we continue, all the programs continue to inform, educate, empower. So we've got that surprise for you, Mr. Chocolate Chip. Welcome back. And Sadiq has with him, Chocolate Chip. It's a male. How old is he?
He's a yearling, so he was born last year.
Oh.
This is a boa constrictor, also known as red-tailed boa or mackerel locally. This is the second largest snake we have in Trinidad, locally.
How large would he get,
He
Sadiq?
can exceed 10 feet.
10 feet?
Yes, so he is the second largest snake we have in Trinidad, while the largest being the green anaconda, which is also known to occur in South America.
Yeah.
And in Trinidad, we are the only Caribbean island that has the green anaconda.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So these snakes are constrictors, so they would find their prey, they'll bite it, and they'll wrap. Every time the animal exhales, the coils tighten, so the animal is no longer alive, and then they'll swallow whole. What's interesting about snakes is that their jaws, their mouths could open 180 degrees, which is basically flat. And the bottom jaw is actually able to dislocate and work as like arms to pull in its prey into its mouth, while the top remains stationary and fixed and just moves like this.
How detrimental is this, Nalini?
This is a non-venomous snake, as Sadiq would mention. Detrimental to humans, little to none. the mackerel primarily feeds on rodents, small animals and small birds. So think of Trinidad being overrun by rats, or we have this one mackerel would eat almost 3,000 rats in its lifetime. So they're of ecological importance.
Of course.
Right? So we are moving out of the cycle of any good snake is a dead snake to seeing the ecological importance of this animal.
Right. His color is absolutely beautiful, isn't it?
Yes.
As you know, it very, very beautiful.
And that's just part of his camouflage. Now, it looks odd here, like, how can this snake camouflage in the forest?
Right.
But believe me, you will walk past the snake and not know it's there.
Yeah, especially for dry leaves and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, it can. Wow. Fascinating, isn't it?
It is.
Very much so. I want to talk a little bit about the Reptile Conservation Center.
Yeah.
Now. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So the Reptile Conservation Center was established in 2001, and it is more geared towards wildlife conservation, wildlife management, public outreach, and rescues and rehabilitation. If we have an event, like a stochastic event, such as flooding, human-wildlife conflict, oil spills, that is where we come in.
You jump in.
We come in, yeah.
I want to talk a little bit now about flooding.
Flooding.
Because every year we experience flooding in
Yes.
this country. And I often, when we have flooding, think of, I think of pets. But now that I'm here with you, I'm now thinking that our animals in the wildlife are also affected, and who's
Yes.
really taking care, what's going
Well,
on?
we work very closely and in tandem with the Forestry Division Wildlife Section, because all wildlife is protected under the Conservation of Wildlife Act.
Okay, great.
We cannot go into the wild and pick up a snake and say, okay, that's my pet now. Or we can't go and trap a parrot and say, I'm going to put it in a cage, I like to hear him talk. Right? No.
It's illegal.
It's illegal, and you need to go to the Forestry Division Wildlife Section. You have to inform them of what the situation of the animal is, whether pets or whatever the case is, and they would guide you accordingly, right? However, we do wildlife rescues, and every rescue that we conduct, we inform the division. For instance, I think the whole country is chanting Papa Ute, sorry, my bad. Actually, it was one of our members who discovered him, shot and bleeding. And his name is Mr. Ramdawa. He's from Cedars Granville. And because we promote conservation so much, Mr. Ramdawa we immediately informed Mr. Steve Sipasad, which is a game warden too, and the coordinated efforts has that ocelot alive to this day. So, coming back to wildlife conservation, right? An ocelot is an ESS species. Why is Trinidad important? Why ESS is important? We are, as Trinidad, we are the most biodiverse Caribbean island because we sit most southerly of all the Caribbean islands. We are the closest to the mainland. So we have a very rich biodiversity, and that is why wildlife conservation matters. We should feel proud and patriotic towards our wildlife. Yes, we love our doubles, we love carnival, we love cricket, but why can't we be patriotic of our wildlife?
Our own.
So let's make it part of our identity. Because if we ask a layman, do you know what is a red-tailed boa, or do you know the importance of a pawi? Do you know the importance of an ocelot? So this ocelot situation here, it raised so much awareness. It did, because as we said, it was designated by EMA, this is an environmentally sensitive species. Right? We need them in our forests, we need them in our habitat. Why shoot them? Why harm them? So this is why the Reptile Conservation Center, we focus on reptiles and wildlife on the whole, and this is what we want to get at. Make it part of our identity. Yes, we need to live, but they need to live as well.
But you know, I understand and I respect what you say, and I take that seriously. But I also believe we have a duty and responsibility.
Yes.
In order to do that, we need to teach our children.
Right.
We need to get in from the very early, as this high. Like Siddiq, you were exposed because this is what your father was exposed to. This is what he loved, and so he taught you all that.
Yeah.
But I think we also, if this is something that we want to hold close and we want to have it as a pride and joy of Trinidad, and be respectful of it, then a major part of that is educating our children, so they understand the difference, they respect it, and it becomes a pride. You feel?
Okay.
You follow?
So the reptile conservation, we do school and outreach programs.
Nice.
For monastery, kindergarten, go all the way up to secondary and tertiary education.
Brilliant.
We actually just finished the Arima Boys Government Secondary in Arima.
Nice.
Prior to that was Tacarigua Presbyterian, and we are going into Eldorado Hindu on the 13th of March.
Brilliant.
Right, and we bring wildlife awareness to the kids.
Yeah, I would say even preschool, it should start there.
So
you know?
we actually do, well, preschool is more or less show and tell, because the little tiny tots, they could take in so much, but it would remain as a vivid memory,
an experience
to them. Yeah.
Yes, agreed. And so, we continue to inform, educate, empower. Today is World Wildlife Day, and we are in conversation with Nalini Ramprasad Ali and Siddiq Ali, and they are talking to us about the Reptile Conservation Center and the great work that they've been doing here in Trinidad and Tobago, bringing an awareness. Yeah, let's go to these important messages. Stay with us.
When security matters most, choose Catch Security Services Limited. We are proudly approved by the Ministry of Homeland Security. We protect your home, business, community, and much more. Our services include professional baton and armed officers, specialized K-9 units, mobile patrols, secure cash pickups, secure transport, and pepper spray applications and supply coming soon. Don't wait. Secure your assets now. Contact Catch Security today. Call 622-6601, email info@cssl-tt.com, or visit our office at 30-32, Saddle Road, Maraval.
I am Walter Stewart, President of the Trinidad and Tobago National Council of Parent-Teacher Associations, Incorporated. Join us every Thursday, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. on Real TV, where we look at NPTA Speaks, National Parent Teacher Association Speaks, on topical and relevant issues pertaining to parents, teachers, education, and students of Trinidad and Tobago. This, of course, encapsulates local, regional, and international audiences every Thursday, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. on Real TV, NPTA Speaks.
Macon Construction Company Limited. Save big whilst building stronger. We build with our Macon innovative building systems, which provides high wind speed, earthquake, sea blast and fire resistance, is thermally and acoustically insulated, provides improved construction timelines and cost savings. We provide construction services from design to finish and everything in between. Macon Construction Company Limited. Building green today with tomorrow's technology. Contact or visit us today.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa right here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you, to all of our local, regional, international viewers. Thank you so much for choosing us today. You know, it's a very special day. It's World Wildlife Day, and I think we need to recognize and be respectful of the wildlife and how important and the role they play in the world. And so I'm in conversation with Nalini Rampasad Ali and Sadiq Ali, all part of the Reptile Conservation Center. And I'm sure that was a treat seeing that snake, and our director and producer was elated. He got some pictures during the break. I'm not ready to do that just yet. But I think, when you talk to us, Nalini, about doubles, hallelujah, and roti, and when we talk about the food and we talk about the pride and joy cricket and the things that we do here in Trinidad and Tobago, the steel band and the tassa and all these things, we also need to include and understand the importance of wildlife in our
Yes,
land.
yes.
Which means we do have a duty and responsibility as citizens in our country to keep our environment clean. Nalini, tell us firsthand of some of the things we need to do and pay, a little more attention and understand that the choices we make determine how our wildlife.
So I'll go from a governmental perspective and come down. We do have the wildlife laws, which is Conservation of Wildlife Act.
Right.
We now have the NBSAP, which is the National Biodiversity Action Plan, which the Reptile Conservation Center is part of as a stakeholder engagement. That's on a national level. But as a citizen, we can do something.
What do we need to do?
We need to stop polluting, stop littering, habitat destruction. We need to be mindful of poaching, hunting out of the close seasons. So if we do these small acts, it goes a very long way. And also, educate yourselves. Every day we're on social media. We have access to the World Wide Web. We have access to the internet, right? We can do our own research.
That is important, educate yourself. Educating yourself, knowledge is power. It gives you a greater understanding and respect for the wildlife.
Yes.
But, you talk about people breaking the law. You have to understand when you break the law, you break the law.
Yes.
And you shouldn't.
No.
And there are laws and there are things in place to understand that you need to be mindful, like littering. People don't realize when they litter that it's not just throwing something or getting rid of the garbage, but where you dispose of it and how it can affect our wildlife.
Yeah.
We don't think, but if we are educated,
if we are
will
educated,
understand the consequences.
So you can give us a call, and we can come to your school, we can come to your events, and we can promote that wildlife conservation and awareness.
Robert, there's a flyer. Can you get that flyer up, please? And this is important. I've noticed as well that some of those very elite weddings, people who have extra money, they've set up an area with a petting area, like a zoo area for children.
Yeah.
I think that's fascinating.
So
please.
This is our petting zoo that we do for birthday parties, for schools, family and corporate events.
Yes.
You can call us, you can customize your booking, and we would be happy to come to your event to share wildlife conservation and awareness.
Yeah, I think this is awesome. And that number is 7668951 or 7124743, right? Write it down in your book, Real TV book. Your petting zoo. I think every school, this should be, and thank you so much for that, Robert. I think every school in this country, from preschool to secondary school, should have have that exposure, that experience for our children, firsthand. Not just petting, but perhaps you do a little educating as well.
So Mr. Ali, he has championed the cause of he has charted the course of going into schools and so on, and he has been doing it for umpteen years, okay?
Yes.
And in Petrotrin time, they wanted to give back to the environment, and they had us go into almost all the secondary schools in the southern and the eastern direction, and we would hear now that people who were in the schools, my uncle used to hunt iguanas and hunt this and hunt that, and I would tell him, no, don't do it. I just learned about so and so. So we did build some awareness, and we did build some, but we need to do more.
We need to do more.
We need to do more.
I would be an advocate and say that I think every school should have,
yes,
you know, a
I
day
agree.
where our children can be exposed, a question and answer. They ask questions,
Yes.
firsthand you answer them, educate them. That experience is going to be one of a lifetime.
Yes.
Children always remember that.
Yes.
But the takeaway, apart from the memory, is the educating aspect
The education,
of how to
yeah.
treat, so they are aware. Now, now we know some people when they see iguanas, they
Yeah.
cook it, right?
Yeah.
We are aware of
Correct.
that. That is illegal.
Yeah.
It's illegal. When you eat it, think about you're doing something that is illegal. For those that understand, hey, I saw an iguana, or I saw a manigo, whatever it is.
Yeah.
What happens? Tell us what they need to do in order to contact, and how is it executed?
So if they see an animal in their premises, they would, and so they can't interfere with it or
Right.
no,
You don't.
So they can call us. We would get in contact with the Forestry Division Wildlife Section. Sadiq here is our expert wildlife wrangler. As per se, recently he did a rescue in the National Cocoa Board with respect to a 6-foot caiman. Yeah. Was it a 6-foot caiman?
Wow.
Wow, yeah. So his dad trained him very well. So Sadiq can take you through what happens when animals
Sadiq, you're fearless.
go into these human-wildlife conflict.
Yeah.
So that situation, we got called impromptu about 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
The caiman was actually on the main road itself.
Yeah.
People were taking pictures of the caiman on the road saying it's waiting for a taxi, right? And we were contacted to safely catch and relocate.
Yeah.
Now, when we got there, they were able to at least secure the animal with a lasso and tie it to a fence so it doesn't wander off into the road, gets run over, or cause an accident to happen.
Course,
So those things happen.
Yes.
When we arrived, the caiman was in an area where it was a bit hard to work with. So we had to bring it out onto the pavement and did everything there. We secured it properly and then transported it across the road to the vehicle. The animal was assessed. They got very minimal injuries, which is expected because we are working on concrete and belt pitch. So to get the animal to a grassy area was way too far. It was either harm on us or the animal too. So we had to act immediately and make a decision on spot.
Right.
But because I'm trained in this field, I could do it as quick as possible for the best interest of the animal and myself.
Right. Yeah.
So,
your safety is important.
Yes. So the animal was secured, it was taken back to our facility, it was assessed, and it was good to be released with just minimal injuries, which is just little scratches and stuff. But
Excellent.
nothing to be worried about because those animals actually, when they're in the wild, they fight a lot for territory. And they lose limbs and pieces of tail, and they recover very well.
Right.
So little scratches and stuff, that's like okay.
The first thing, now I know that I've seen it at the golf course there in Trinity. Sometimes you see them out there and I say, but this is dangerous.
Now, I would recommend to the general public, if you do see a caiman or a large animal, that's a wild animal, do not interact with it. Because you could be harmed really bad and you can also harm the animal. Now, caimans are not like iguanas or what we call in Trinidad the mat. These animals will do serious damage if you don't know what you're doing.
Exactly.
You could lose fingers, you could even lose a hand.
Of course.
Now, people think caimans will attack you like alligators and crocodiles and what we see on social media.
And we see it on television.
They are not like that. They are more afraid of us than we are afraid of them. However, if they feel threatened, if they feel that you are too close to them, they will defend themselves by biting. Now, large caimans would always try to retreat, caimans in general would try to retreat to water for safety. But a nesting female caiman that has eggs, she would actually come after you to protect the young. Just like the motherly instinct of a human.
Of course.
So these animals do have some sort of emotion for themselves. And we just have to understand that they're just not things we discard on the side of the road. we have to appreciate them for what they are.
They are alive, they're living.
Yes.
They're living, of course.
And caimans, crocodilians in general, will care for their young for at least a year before they go off on their own. Not by feeding them.
Yes.
They were born with the instinct to feed with
Yes.
little insects and frogs and fishes and so on.
Right.
But protect them from predators. So,
Excellent.
yes. So they are very interesting animals.
Fascinating, huh? Very fascinating
Yes.
of how they care and they protect their young as well.
Yes, and very strong animals. Very, very strong.
So the first thing would be to call and get help. Don't try yourself to do nothing.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because members of the Reptile Conservation Center are very well trained, they can go into any situation. And then another thing, wildlife waits on no one. They are diurnal, they are nocturnal, they are crepuscular. So they would operate at any given point in time. And it's not an animal that you can just take a picture with, put up on social media and get the amount of likes. It's not about that. Right? These animals need to be respected for their identity. Right? Just like how we need and command respect, they should also be given respect as well.
Correct. Correct. You have to respect them. And again, warning. Do not attempt or try to touch, pet, because they are wild.
They are wild. They're wild animals.
Yeah, and if you have no expertise or no knowledge, then prevention is better than cure. Stay far away.
So coming back to our conversation earlier when we were speaking about the love we have for pets and so on, and these domestic animals like a dog and a cat and so on, yeah, you could love them.
Yes.
And they would love you back,
Yes,
probably.
yes.
But you go and take a 5-foot caiman from the wild, put it in your backyard. I want you to try to love that, you know. Yes. So we should respect their space, and we are the custodians of the earth.
Yes.
Right? We are supposedly the most intelligent species.
Yes.
And we should act like that.
Agreed. That's a very serious message there. You know, I think it's important that we are aware of that. That's extremely important. This is a program, Conversations with Zelisa, where we continue to inform, educate, empower as we say happy, happy World Wildlife Day. Let's go back to these important messages. Stay with us.
Macon Construction Company Limited. Save big whilst building stronger. We build with our Macon innovative building systems, which provides high wind speed, earthquake, sea blast and fire resistance, is thermally and acoustically insulated, provides improved construction timelines and cost savings. We provide construction services from design to finish and everything in between. Macon Construction Company Limited. Building green today with tomorrow's technology. Contact or visit us today.
Are you looking for the right space for your business? Fred's Plaza has the space you need. We offer professional rental spaces designed for growing businesses. Conveniently located in San Juan on the Eastern Main Road, opposite the PTSC terminal and between Royal Castle and Mario's. Easy access, high visibility. For inquiries, call or WhatsApp 868-384-7142 today, or visit Level 3 Fred's Plaza for details.
Ready to take your sales career to the next level? If you have a passion for connecting with clients, building meaningful relationships, and delivering results, we want you on our team. Join a dynamic, motivated environment where your experience matters, your ideas are valued, and your drive defines your success. Step into a role with real opportunity. Join the sales team at Real TV, where your future begins.
Call us today at 292-6470 or WhatsApp us at 384-7142. You can also send an email to realtv.corporate@gmail.com.
Welcome, welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa right here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you. My friends, it's World Wildlife Day 2026 and I'm in conversation with Nalini Ali and Sadiq Ali of the Reptile Conservation Center. And so, we've got another surprise for you. Here we go. Now, this is not an alligator, it is Sadiq.
So this spectacle caiman. Now this is one of the two caiman species found in Trinidad, while the other being the Cuvier's dwarf caiman, which looks a bit different.
Yeah.
Now the reason this is the most common caiman throughout Trinidad, could be found anywhere from the southern side of the northern range, go all the way down to the south. So it's called a spectacle caiman because you can see in between the eyes right here, there's a ridge. Now it's actually like the eyes are sitting on top of the head like wearing glasses. So these caimans can get an excess of 7 feet. They are reptiles, so they do need to thermoregulate, which they need sunlight to regulate their body temperatures. So whatever temperature it is here right now, that's the temperature of them.
Oh,
yes.
And how, now he has a name and his name is Robert. Robert, like our director, now senior producer, Robert. And his name is Robert. And how old is Robert?
He's about 3 years old. Now, people may think he's a bit small for 3 years, but crocodilians actually grow very slow. So when they're babies, when they're hatchling, they're about 5 to 7 inches long. And they grow, during that period, they'll grow like a foot a year until they're about 4 feet. And then it just naturally slows down to like probably like 8 inches a year until they're massive. Those massive caimans you see like on the riverbanks and so on, on the golf courses. Those caimans could be in excess of 15 plus years.
Yeah, and they are dangerous.
Very. And average lifespan of a caiman in the wild is probably about 30 to 35 years.
35 years. Okay. What do you feed Robert?
Well, he's a carnivore, so he eats strictly meat. So things like fish, chicken, beef, goat, pork, those kind of things. And he was born in captivity. And he was raised for this purpose. Now, I can't pick up a wild caiman and do this with it. It's going to want to get away from us by trying to run or bite or wiggle or something like that.
So
but
he knows you, huh? You are his master?
Not really. He knows our handling. So these animals wouldn't really pick up facial recognition, but they will understand our handling. So all our members are trained to handle our animals in a specific way that the animals will know. So if a person from the public just randomly tries to come and pick up this caiman, the caiman can react differently. So and they are also trained by call, by sound. So this is training that actually came from my dad that has international training.
But we need to get Mr. Ali on the show.
And he'll come next time.
So Sadiq is very trained in making that call. So Sadiq, you wanna do
the caiman call?
You can do the caiman call.
So this song I'm gonna make is actually a call that the baby caimans make to let the mom know that either we are hatching, or they're in danger. So the call is.
So that is actually what the baby caiman makes.
I would advise the public to do not do that call, right? We do it in need of either capturing an animal, getting an animal closer to us for some sort of reason. But if someone in the public does it, a nesting female is around, she will come thinking that's her baby, and she will come to defend. So, I recommend do not use that call. We use it for only professional purposes and for the best interest of the animal. Now, we are trained, these caimans are also trained by different songs to do certain things. To know when we are going to approach, when we are going to feed, and even by color, all of these things. We do a lot of things with these animals.
Really?
Because they are very intelligent.
Fascinating.
Very, very intelligent.
This is fascinating. Yeah. So color, when you talk about color, exactly what do you mean? Like they know colors?
So like we'll feed using different color buckets. So like when they see a color, they know
that's
food time.
Food coming.
They know it's not food time. So they're very intelligent animals.
Yeah, really.
So the Cuvier's dwarf caiman, which we would like to bring probably on the next show, that caiman isn't as common as this caiman. It's only found in 2 localities in Trinidad, in the southern end. That was found in 2012, way back as a, why is this caiman looking like that? It was collected and then it was properly identified by my dad and his colleagues from abroad.
Right.
And it was then determined that, okay, this is the Cuvier's dwarf caiman, which was never recorded in Trinidad over how much ever years, and was only then recorded in 2012 by our organization, the Reptile Conservation Center of Trinidad and Tobago.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a nice discovery for you all.
Yeah.
Yes.
We do a lot of scientific work and a lot of research, and one of our members, he even got a grey laurel, which only 4 species were ever recorded for Trinidad.
Wow.
That's a snake. Yeah.
That's a snake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. This is fascinating, isn't it?
Even besides working with wildlife, while working in the areas where wildlife occur in the forest, we do find new trees, new palms, new things. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Sadiq,
Birds.
so Sadiq would have been very instrumental in finding a palm not known to
nice.
Tobago,
Not known to, yeah.
not known to Tobago, and he discovered it.
Brilliant.
We worked on the oil spill in Tobago as the wildlife management team.
Yes, that was
Right,
yeah,
so
excellent.
because we have a lot of aging assets and so on, we have a lot of oil spill, and the reptile conservation / serpentarium is very instrumental in the wildlife management aspect, and Sadiq was very instrumental in discovering that palm.
Excellent. It must be rewarding knowing that you know.
Yes, it's very nice.
Part of history.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very nice to be out there doing what you love and finding new things.
What is the worst experience you've had over the years?
Worst experience.
Or traumatizing, or you were,
With wildlife?
Yes.
That's a hard question. Because I am so trained in this field.
Yes.
It's there's like, well, in Trinidad I would say. Now if I go like in Africa or Australia, there's a different setting, different types of wildlife.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know how to react with certain, like let's just say big cats or large crocodiles
Or
something
bears,
like that.
or yes,
But
yeah.
in Trinidad, because I'm so experienced and versed due to my dad being involved in this so long and exposed to almost every single type of wildlife in Trinidad, I was always exposed in a professional manner to when I meet it in the wild or a situation, it's very easy for me to figure out how to secure or to handle the situation in a very professional manner for the animal.
And
myself.
that is why experience makes you a good teacher.
Yes, yes.
Combined with, of course, knowledge and know-how.
Knowledge.
But that, experience, hands-on, is so
Yeah.
important.
But I'd like to say one thing,
Please,
Zelisa.
please.
Sadiq is very specialized in his field. We were all trained in wildlife handling, but people who are passionate about wildlife, you can't really go out there and handle a caiman and handle a snake, but you can do something as well. You can get more into studies like zoology, biodiversity and conservation, veterinary science,
Yeah.
and policy makers, So these are some of the ways that we young people can assist in wildlife conservation.
And it's good. I'm happy that you said that because it would give you options in terms of career.
I did my-
Yeah, Robert. What it does is it would actually give you an option for a career in wildlife. Yeah. Yeah.
So I did my studies in biodiversity and conservation and sustainability in the Caribbean. And that allows me to understand, like Sadiq would understand behavior and species. I would understand population and numbers.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So the statistics behind it, the ecology behind it, and so on. So I would encourage young people, if you really, really do have this passion and this love for wildlife, you can do something about it.
Of course, and you could become part of,
Yeah, you can become part
as
of
a
the
career.
policymakers.
Yes.
Also, we have marine protected areas in Tobago. The marine space is also a very biodiverse space.
Yes.
So this is how we kind of build awareness as well.
Of course, and I think this is something, an avenue also where, you know, you get the opportunity when you go to schools or they come to the Komoto, you're in Komoto as well, that you could talk to them. Hey, have you ever thought it's not just being a vet or being, there's so much more in that you could do in career with animals and wildlife.
Yeah, because
you know?
we have zoology, we have biodiversity and conservation, we have researchers and so on.
Explore those options.
So, and at my time when I was growing up, and I loved animals so much, my mom would always say, whatever you love, be professional at it. So if you love to cut grass, go and learn it professionally. If you love to do whatever, and that always resonates with me, because my mom was like the driving force. Because you know, dad, they really wouldn't understand what you're doing, you know, but your mom would always be a backbone to support you.
Well, I beg to differ there, you know. I'll tell you something. The truth is, my father was always the one that would push me. That would identify my talents and would always encourage me. My rock, my hero,
but
you know?
I think having a child picking up lizards and snakes.
We identify, as parents, we can identify our children's strengths very young. And so when we see that, or we identify this child has a love or passion for something, we try to channel that to help them to grow in that area, to help them to blossom, to understand. We know their talents, we know their strengths. But, you know, the truth is, it's really important to give our children the opportunity to blossom, because like your mom would have said, and I am aware, that if you're good at something and you like it, you never work a day in your life, because it's like Sadiq, he's so natural. And I don't think, I'm just saying this, I don't know you, this is my first time meeting you, but what I see is that there is a love and passion. So you don't feel as if you're working, it becomes part of your day.
Well, that is...
And that's perhaps why you're so good at what you do.
I think, just as you described, Sadiq, that's his dad. His dad would work day, nights, wee hours of the morning.
Love and passion.
So he doesn't. You know? So this is why we have to tell him, kind of like put the brakes a little bit. Because health-wise, well-being-wise, and so on. But it is so much part of in him that he doesn't really see it as work. You know.
So I think that's a gift that he would impart on you, on the boys.
On the boys.
Yes, and that's nice. This is where we've got to wrap things up. I want to thank you kindly for coming today on this very auspicious day.
I'd like to invite anyone who wants to come to the Reptile Conservation Center and visit us. We are located in Komoto. You can call any one of the numbers that you saw on screen, 766-8951. You can book an appointment for your school, your event, a church group, any members of the public, you can come. Also, we would be at Long Circular Mall on the 9th, 10th and 11th at Long Circular Mall.
That's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday?
Yes.
Right. Please bring us back, Robert. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday next week.
Right.
Well, this weekend.
Of April. Of April. Sorry, my bad. That is for the Easter.
No, that's okay. Well, perhaps, maybe closer to that, we could probably engage and get you guys to come back so we can remind you the Easter holidays. Take the kids, make it a nice experience. Great. I want to thank you both for the dynamic work that you've been doing when it comes to the wildlife, and I trust and hope that, you know, we'll have other conversations too. Together we can inform, educate and empower, and God's choice is blessing. See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye. This is where we're going to wrap things up for today. Remember to respect wildlife, to do what you need to do. Don't respect the law of the land. Don't break the law of our land. Be respectful of our laws. And here's reminding you that with God, all things are possible. I am Zelisa Budu Singh Rupani. Thank you so much for choosing us. Be safe, be happy. See you soon.